Hello guys, welcome back to my another After Effects tutorial. In this After Effects tutorial, we are going to create this. Here you can see, I have already imported the background video file, and lens flare, which we will be using in this demonstration. So now let's begin with creating a new composition. I will name it as trailer title. Time duration to 4 seconds. Remaining all will be the same. Now let's create a new solid layer. This will be our background layer. In Effects and Preset, search for Gradient Ramp. Add it to the solid layer. Here you can set background color of your choice. Perfect. From Project Panel, add the background media file to the timeline. For background layer, set opacity keyframes, at 10 frames, create keyframe. At start, set opacity to 0%. For background media file, in Effects and Preset, search for Optics Compensation. Add it to the background media. At 1 second, create keyframe for field of view. At start of the timeline. Change field of view value, set it to near about 150. Select Reverse Lens Distortion. In Effects panel, search for Tint, add it to background media. Here you need to set the map white color. Perfect. For background media, press S to bring up scale. At 1 second, create keyframe for scale. At start of the timeline, change scale value to 200%. Press U to view created keyframes, select keyframes, change keyframe assistant to Easy Ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. You can see the preview. Perfect. Now let's create keyframes for opacity. At 10 frames. Create keyframe for opacity. Change opacity to 70%. At start of the timeline, change opacity to 0%. You can see the preview. Perfect. Here our background layer is ready. Now let's add the text to the timeline. Here I am using Montserrat font family. I will set font style to light. Here you can increase the font size. Let's align the text to center. Make sure paragraph alignment is set to center text. Now let's animate the text layer. For text layer, in Animate, select Tracking. At 2 seconds, create keyframe for tracking amount, at start of the timeline. Increase the tracking amount, set it to near about 130. Perfect. Select keyframes, change keyframe assistant to Easy Ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. For this text layer, in Effects and Preset, search for gradient ramp. Add it to text layer. Here I will adjust the start and end position of ramp. Change the start and end color. Perfect. Now for text layer, search for optics compensation, add it to text layer. At 1 second, create keyframe for field of view. At start of the timeline, change field of view value to near about 150. Select reverse lens distortion. Perfect, our text layer is done. Now let's add the flare to timeline. Place the flare below the text layer. You can again add the flare and place it above the text layer. For flare media file, change mode to add. Now let's change text and flare media file to 3D. Text to blur. Now let's create a new camera layer. Now create null object. Change null to 3D. For camera, parent it to null object. For null object, press P to bring up position. At 1 second, create keyframe for position. At start of the timeline, change position value for Z-axis as shown. Perfect. Select keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. Now again create null object. Parent null 1 to null 2. For second null object, press P to bring up position. At end of the timeline. First change null 2 to 3D. Create keyframe for position. Now come back to 10 frames. Slightly increase position value as shown. Now select text, flare, camera and null objects, pre-compose them. Name it as text. Now let's create a new adjustment layer. In Effects and Preset, search for curves, add curves to the adjustment layer. Here you need to adjust the curves as shown. Now again create a new adjustment layer. In Effects and Preset, search for camera lens blur, add it to second adjustment layer. At end of the timeline, create keyframe for blur radius, increase blur radius value, as shown. Select repeat edge pixels. At 3 seconds. Change blur radius to 0. Press U to view created keyframes. Select keyframes, change keyframe assistant to easy ease. Adjust the speed graph as shown. Now let's create a new solid layer. We will use this solid layer to create cinematic frame. Now double-click on Rectangle tool, this will create mask for solid layer. Change mask path, change unit to % of source. Top to 10%, bottom to 90%. Select inverted. Perfect. Now let's see the preview. Similarly, you can create multiple titles and create your trailer. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, then make sure to like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.